Brianna.
I'm Zoe.
Welcome back to the Rat Trap.
To start off this week's episode, let's go over to national news with Will.
This week in place of national news, I'd like to do something slightly different and offer an opinion-based editorial. While I try and keep this show unbiased and factual as much as possible, I feel I can no longer do that and keep a clean conscience. I've been given the privilege of a voice with this show and I feel that I must now use it. These views are my own and in no way represent student news or Black River as a whole. It is completely alright if you disagree with me, and I would invite you to come talk to me and have an open debate. I would like to preface this by saying that I am personally a supporter of the Second Amendment. My family owns guns, I will own guns later in my life, and I have been hunting and sport shooting since I was 8 years old. However, I am also a staunch advocate of gun regulation. After all, the Second Amendment's own wording does specify a well-regulated militia. On our last national news segment, we talked about the Parkland, Florida shooting, which left 17 students dead at Stoneman Douglas High School and many more injured. As the routine goes, innocent students get killed, the nation reels back in shock, offering their thoughts and prayers while doing nothing to address the issues at hand. We're told that now is not the time for debate. The blame is shifted between guns, mental health, school security, failures of law enforcement, and many other things, while no solutions are reached, and eventually the issue is forgotten, a victim of our nation's increasingly short attention span. This time is no different. 6 days after the Parkland shooting, the Florida House of Representatives voted with an overwhelming majority to disallow even debate on the issue of gun reform, while that same day voting to declare pornography a public health concern. I'm sorry if this offends any of our viewers, but pornography is in no way a greater threat to the safety and security of our youth than high-capacity semi-automatic weapons, and I will not accept this inaction. In the aftermath of this shooting, student survivors have taken matters into their own hands, calling for gun reform and boycotts of the National Rifle Association, a powerful conservative gun rights lobby. But despite their respectful tone, articulate manner, and reasonable requests, these students have been attacked by conservatives in government and media, telling them to sit down and shut up. They are ignorant children. I refuse to accept this. I refuse to be told that our voices do not matter when we are the children being affected by this inaction. I refuse to be represented in government by people bought and paid for by the NRA, a group which fundamentally rejects any gun control measures. A group that in 2011 lobbied against the banning of armor-piercing rounds designed solely to kill law enforcement officials. A group which last year lobbied against the Center for Disease Control being allowed to investigate the causes of our nation's gun violence epidemic, and is still lobbying against gun reform across the country. I refuse to accept that an 18-year-old who had the sheriff's department called at him 8 times, the FBI alerted to him twice, and was expelled from school for repeated aggression and inappropriate conduct should be able to go out and buy an AR-15 and high-capacity magazines, a weapon originally designed for U.S. troops in the Vietnam War. I refuse to believe that it is solely a mental health issue, citing the country of Australia, which had one mass shooting in its history in 1996, following which they passed gun control legislation and haven't had one since. I refuse the idea that gun regulation is neither possible nor acceptable in this country. We banned the sales of new fully automatic weapons in 1986, instituted strict regulations on those existing, and required them to be registered with the ATF. And we can institute similar policy now. And so, across the nation on March 14th, for 17 minutes at 10 a.m., students and teachers have planned to walk out of their classes in honor of the 17 fallen at Stoneman Douglas High School and the countless others in history. To bring our generation's request to our representatives, local, state, and national, to call on them to reject any NRA donations and to push forward common sense gun reform. I don't have the answers, I don't have the solutions, but I know this cannot go on. We cannot live our lives in fear anymore. It's time to act. Let your voice be heard.
Now for Test Run with the St. Patrick's themed segment.
Hi, welcome to Test Run, where we try different kinds of food, sports, activities, and clubs.
Hi, my name's Acacia.
I'm Sonora.
And I'm Olivia.
And today we're gonna find the gold at the end of the rainbow! Oh goodness. let's go over to shout out.
To the Black River track team for starting practice on Monday.
Shout out to girls soccer for having tryouts on Monday.
Shout out to the Black River baseball team of 2018, and shout out to Eli Kane for being a good captain.
And now St. Patrick's Day Quiz Bowl.
Welcome back to Quiz Bowl. Today we're with Kelsey Kuhn and Andrea Messino. Today is a St. Patrick themed episode. Okay, first question. What would you pour on top of an Irish coffee? Cream. Cream.
Correct.
Yeah.
How much does a small shamrock shake cost?
Me. 276.
No.
Wrong.
234.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, 2 points for Kelsey, 0 for Andrea. In Ireland, what does the color green stand for?
4-leaf clover.
No.
No.
I don't know this one.
St. Patrick.
No.
It's hope. What colors are on the Irish flag?
There's 2.
Nope.
Green and white.
No.
No.
Orange and white. No.
No. It's green, white, and orange. St. Patrick born.
Ireland.
No.
Somewhere in England.
Yeah.
What? I was closest. I get a point.
Point for Andrea.
It's Britain. What is March 17th?
Wait,
The day before my cousin's birthday.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Technically, it's the day St. Patrick died.
Okay. Symbol stands for St. Patrick's Day.
4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
I just can't move my right arm fast. Sorry.
According to legend, what should you never do if you catch a leprechaun?
Throw it away.
No.
No cheating.
Poke it with a stick.
This is cheating. She's using Olivia. Olivia's telling her all the answers.
Okay.
That's not.
The answer is
False.
take your eyes off him. Oh.
Down at the end of the rainbow.
Pot of gold.
Yep.
What is on Irish, or what is an Irish dance called?
Go ahead.
A jig.
Yes.
Wait, really? Okay.
Kelsey won by a lot. Good job. And who do you guys nominate for the next round?
Oh. Was I supposed to focus on?
Yes, you were.
Nominate.
I nominate Mr. Whitboat.
And I nominate Mrs. Whitboat.
All right, now let's go over to Hot Seat with Jenna, Lauren, Martha.
For this special edition of Hot Seat, we will be interviewing Grace Brunink, our local St. Patrick's Day enthusiast. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, leprechauns or humans?
Humans.
Pot of gold or pot of potatoes?
Potatoes.
Lucky Charms, cereal or marshmallows?
Marshmallows.
Shamrock shake or chocolate coins?
Chocolate coins.
Do a heel click. Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay, 4-leaf clover or rabbit's foot?
Rabbit's foot.
Green or orange?
Orange.
February or March?
March.
St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
We hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and don't forget that tomorrow is a half day, C block first and then F block, and there's no school Friday because of parent-teacher conferences.
Hope you guys enjoy your St. Patrick's Day.
That's a trap.